Welcome, OMFL Nation, and welcome to another episode of Tim's Take. I hope everybody can hear me this time, as last time I did my take, and there is no audio, so I'm hoping it's different this time around. Um, we are, it is Saturday, February 1st. February already, can you believe that? And we are currently sitting at 4-3 as the Detroit Lions. Um, dropped a few games that we probably shouldn't have, and won some games that we battled and snuck out with a win. We last laughed we were 3-2, and we were on a two-game losing streak, playing horrible the last two games. So let's see how we did. Against the Minnesota Vikings, we fell 28-21. Um, it was a story of different halves. Um, he led 28-0 at halftime, but we roared back in the second half and found a bunch of things that worked. Um, but the story of the day is the story of the day. It's turnovers. Turnovers have been the biggest factor in our games. Um, some of the games that we've done really well, we've limited our turnovers, but obviously the games that we lost, um, that's been a huge factor. So 374 yards rushing of offense, 887 yards rushing to 66, 287 first passing yards to 178, 17 first downs to 13, and as I said before, turnovers, three turnovers to zero. Time possession, 1855 to 1705. There were some big, costly turnovers in this game. Um, a big turnover right at the end of the first half, um, as Fargas was hit as he threw the ball to would have been open Jamison Williams. Um, but he got hit and the ball sailed short. The defender intercepted the ball, took it down the field for a pick six. And if we had just tackled him or knocked him out of bounds, that they would not scored anything on that play. So big moments um, add up. Um, Jesse Fargas, 17 for 32, one a little better than that. 295, three touchdowns, three interceptions. Like I said, three interceptions, big. J.J. McCarthy, 13 for 20, 178, two touchdowns. Uh, Tajay Spears for him, 15 carries, 69 for a touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs, 11 and 54. The story of the day is Brian Robinson Jr., 4 for 9. But on his fourth carry, he was injured, I think, a pectoral muscle, and he's out for the rest of the season. So definitely have to move on from him. Quaz Watkins, three catches for 104. St. Brown, 7 for 103 and a touch. Foster Monroe, 3 for 53 and a touchdown. We limited his passing. Jefferson only got 41. We played defensively. We played well, but we're behind the eight ball so many damn times. Dylan Marshall, 2 interceptions, and Spillane 1. And Dylan Marshall is superhuman. I'm the president of the I Hate Dylan Marshall fan club. And some of the plays, he was shadowing St. Brown the whole game. And both the plays, St. Brown made cuts that would normally, as definitely an all-pro, would have been open. But an all-man, Dylan Marshall just closed the distance and picked off the pass. So nothing we can do about it. Great play. And I got to tip my hat to Big Hurt. He's found a way to beat me. I'm still stinging from the two games, two losses to the Big Hurt. So kudos to you, Big Hurt, for turning things around. Um, can't do anything about it. I look forward. And that's exactly what we did in our game that was played last night against Kobe. This was a crazy game. This one had all the makings of a blowout early, as it was 21-7, I believe, early in the second quarter. We managed to kick a field goal. We're down at the half 21-10. But as you see on the stats above, we roared back in the second half. We were outgained in the yards 441 to 375, 157 rushing to 96, 284 to 179, 21 to 17. Well, how can he beat me? He had all these numbers right here. That's the big one right there. Turnovers. 5 turnovers for Kobe to 0. Hard to win a game if you keep turning the ball over, which led us to the time possession win at 33 and 15-27. We did 2 things really well that game. We got 5 turnovers, which is amazing. Our defense came to play. But we didn't have a turnover the whole game. That's something I can't say of Fargus in the previous games. Fargus has been a turnover machine, and that's one of the big reasons why we're only 14-3. Fargus, 13 for 21, 61% completion, 300 yards, 3 touchdowns. Jordan Love, 16 for 23, 293, 2 touchdowns, and 3 interceptions. Jerome Mayberry is a beast. 14 carries for 129, 3 touchdowns. But he also had 2 fumbles. And the fumbles were big in the second half. Gibbs, 8 for 36. We had designs to have, oh my God, where is he on this thing? We had designs to have Arrington as our main back, as a spell back to Gibbs, but 2 carries for -1. I didn't like the direction we were going. First half seemed like we couldn't move the ball. We were running in the mud. I said, what the hell? Let's elevate Derrick Henry and see if Derrick Henry's got something left in the tank against the Titans. So he took off his coach's hat because he's an unofficial coach for this team, helping the running back, and came in. 9 carries for 47 and a touchdown. He did fumble the ball that nearly cost us the game, but several big plays for Derrick Henry. The old man still's got something left in the tank. Jameson Williams, 3 catches for 143. He left him open deep a lot. So, of course, I took advantage of that. 2 touchdowns. Quaz Watkins, 3 catches for 65. He did a great job with St. Brown. St. Brown, 4 catches for 51. Foster Moreau, 2 catches for 31 and a touchdown. The story of the game, like I said, is the turnovers. We got several turnovers. Very clean defensive. Only 1 sack that game. But Arnold got 2 and Ross got 1 at the end. Kobe's a great competitor. That's all I can say on that. He fought me tooth and nail. Third quarter was definitely the story of this game, as we had several fumbles that we recovered that put us in position to go ahead, and a big turnover at the end of the game that sealed it for us. But when you played, would you get a first place schedule? You had first place teams, and we got a much needed win against the Titans. So we're 4-3. Not exactly where we want to be at this position, but our goals are still in sight. We're going to have a game against Maniac and the Bills soon, as well as Kevin and the Buccaneers coming up. Both are outstanding opponents, gamers here, and both will give us all they have in their games. We are losing the division race right now. I don't know who's unlocked this priest over here, but he is on a tear. He's looking like he's the priest that we've seen in NBC and other leagues that has yet to be realized in MFL. So maybe this is his season. Either way, we got an uphill climb ahead of us. but it is doable. The schedule is doable. Um, Even though it's brutal, we can only take games one at a time and fight tooth and nail and do what we can to win. Um, that's pretty much all I have on this. Um, Good job, everybody getting the games in. It looks like um, we're going to have advance this afternoon, which I should look forward to the next week. Um, and let's see how this exciting season plays out. A lot of good scoring games here. Joker with a big win against Colorado the Bears. The Bears were on a run lately. Um, Give credit to Nimble, 7-0. As well as Flurry with a 13-9 win over Kevin. Shocks fan beating Denver 16-13. Interesting games here. So either way, wish everybody a happy Saturday.